Ramadan, which begins this week, includes 30 days of fasting. Here today to tell us about Ramadan and share some traditional fast-breaking foods is Haleema Khan. Welcome back to ciLiving.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
So what is Ramadan?
Ramadan is the holy month considered in the Muslim calendar. It's the 9th month in the Muslim calendar, which depends on the lunar cycle. So Ramadan can vary from 29 to 30 days depending on when the moon shows up at the end of the month. And the idea of this month is to really practice spirituality, abstain from evil, abstain from eating and drinking. So you spend most of your day performing good deeds, staying away from bad deeds, and it gives you the opportunity to also have a healthy cleanse of your body. You can decide what you want to eat because the hours where you're allowed to eat are so restricted that you can
make sure that you get the healthy food in during those hours.
Exactly.
Okay, so I see you've brought some fruit here. What is this fruit salad? It looks like it has some fancy things on it.
Okay, so this is just a regular fruit salad like the ones you find at Walmart, for example.
Or that you make at home if you're good at cutting fruit.
Exactly. So back home, obviously, there's a different variety of fruit based on where you're from. Whatever fruit that is available locally, you use that. A lot of this fruit that I got is actually from different countries, but that doesn't matter because this is a fruit salad at the end of the day. Normally, back home, we add fruit chaat masala to our fruit salad, which we also call fruit chaat instead of fruit salad there. However, we're not going to be having this because it has some risky ingredients.
Because I have a nut allergy, so it has some nut cross-contamination. So we're going to skip that.
Yeah.
But what else is on the fruit salad at the moment?
So I DIY'd the sauce for this, and it's very simple. I added lots of lemon juice, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of sugar, and a hint of red chili powder. Something you do not expect in fruit salad.
No, and I'm glad you warned me because when you were here and we made the chutneys to go with the samosas, after we did that, I had to record my ins and outs, and I was sitting, and I was like, I can barely talk. My mouth is on fire. So I'm excited to try this. Should we taste it?
Yes.
Which one do you recommend, or should I get a mix of everything?
You should try to get as much as you can.
A little bit of all of them. I see some pomegranate seeds.
Yes.
What else is in here? Apple, banana.
There are Chinese grapes. There's nectarines, bananas, apples, and what else? I forget.
I've never had pepper on fruit before.
And?
It's really good.
Yay! I'm so glad to hear that.
I think between the lemon juice and the pepper, it just gives the fruit a completely different dynamic. Yeah. I don't even know how to describe it. You have to try this at home. We'll post the recipe, and you have to make this because it's so delicious.
Thank you. And this is really interesting because back home, when it's mango season and mangoes aren't fully ripe, we try to cut them open and put lots of chili powder on them. And we have them as it is, so they're sour, but then they're also super spicy. And that's a snack we like to have in the middle of our day, or that is something you'd find at a vendor outside your school. It's that kind of a snack. So spices definitely go well with fruit. At least where I come from.
And you said earlier that in addition to the fruit and the healthy food, there's some other traditional dishes that are maybe not so healthy. What other foods do you eat when you break your fast at the end of the day?
So I come from Punjab, and in Punjab, we love our food. So we like to traditionally, we're supposed to break our fast with dates and water, and then eventually move on to a bigger, healthier meal that helps you fulfill all the nutrients that you need, so on and so forth. But in Punjab, we like to break our fast with lots of fried food, so samosas, pakoras, and there are a couple of other dishes that resemble a fruit chaat that are going to have yogurt and so on and so forth. And there's a variety of things. So initially, we're going to have a table full of all these snacks. And then eventually, we're going to have dinner as well. As I said, we love our food. So there's layers and layers to it.
So light, healthy fruit kind of to start, and then it gets progressively less healthy as the meal goes on.
Yeah, and in the month of Ramadan, there are two meals that we specifically take into account, and one is Iftar happens during sundown, and that is when you're breaking your fast, and you would have fruit chaat at the time. And then suhoor is the other time. Suhoor is right before sunrise, and that is where you want to have the healthiest, biggest meal that will help you like sustain your energy throughout the day. And that would include deep fried bread. Okay, not exactly deep fried, but like bread fried in lots of oil.
That sounds deep fried to me.
And yogurt, and we make a lot of drinks with yogurt because that tends to help you not feel thirsty throughout the day. So it has a lot of those elements to it where you have to have something that is going to help you survive throughout the rest of the day, and just make it while being able to practice all the other things you would want to practice in a Ramadan. And there's so many things that you can do. For example, like charitable activities, or even things that you're doing for yourself to do better or like feel better.
And you had mentioned earlier that you try and do good things for the community as well. And then I know a lot of people have questions about what if you have a health issue and it's unhealthy to fast, or what if you're not feeling well and feel faint, or things like that. What are the rules surrounding that?
So it's very flexible. If you have health concerns, you do not have to fast. And it obviously depends on the seriousness of what you have and how you're feeling, whether you think you can manage it or not. It's up to you. And then on top of that, if you are feeling sick while you're fasting and you, for example, throw up, or you are bleeding excessively from maybe even a paper cut, and you don't feel so healthy, you are allowed to break your fast open and have a meal to feel better and be well rested afterwards.
And then you just pick up right where you left off.
Yeah, or you can just continue the next day. You're free for that day if you want to be. And
so you have 29 to 31 days to continue all of the good deeds and the fast.
Yes, exactly.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here and for sharing this delicious fruit with us. It is amazing. And if you want more information, you can visit us on the web at ciLiving.tv after the show.